Let me know if I have sound. I can't tell if my mic is working. I can't tell if my mic is working. Okay. I can't tell if my mic is working. Okay. So, sounds like I got, I don't know if this mic is working or if it's from the webcam mic, but I hear my voice on my other computer. So, hey, Jacarius, Melissa, Apple Chick, which is Christy, Martha Jones, thank you all for coming in. There's not going to be any particular order that we're going to be talking about the soaps. We're just going to be going for it. And, just talking about things that are going on, keeping in mind that I haven't watched Young and Restless since November. The only thing I know about Young and Restless is what I see in the spoilers or what I see in the comment section. Hey, Sandy, how are you? How's everybody? I haven't done a live in a good long time, so hopefully everybody comes through. Hey, happy holidays, Bobby. Thank you for coming in. Now, ironically, I do want to say this about Young and the Restless. When I saw in the spoilers that Alyssa was the main witness against Billy, I said, oh, she did it. Like, she did it. It was her. She's got motive. She hates Adam. He killed her father. So, yeah, it was like a no-brainer. People kept saying Chelsea. I'm like, Chelsea's not leaving the show, so, not going to be Chelsea. Well, Jacarius, it's obvious that Charlie is Henry's dad. It's not really a question of if, it's just a matter of time when it comes out. If you saw my upcoming spoilers, I mentioned that Allie finally meets Charlie for the first time in Salem, and she becomes very uneasy. That's a clue. The fact that today they revealed that they're brothers is a clue, and that Ava had him following Trip, and Trip was in London. Charlie was in London same time as Trip. He was following him, and if he was following him, he followed him to Allie's apartment, saw Trip leave, probably took the note, which I'm sure he probably still has, and
now he has a baby. So yeah, there's no question that Charlie is Henry's father, especially since Trip has never wavered in saying that he's not the father. He doesn't know how the DNA matches or anything like that. Um, in saying that he's not the father. Thank you very much, Chandler Foster, for the 4.99. I appreciate that. Um, uh, no, as I was just saying earlier before you came on, that it's most likely that Alyssa is the one that actually shot at him and that it's her behind everything. There is a chance that Victor framed Billy feeling like he did do it, but I think everything's going to fall on Alyssa because she's a character they don't care about and they can throw away without, having to send any of the cast through hoops. Okay, we have Faith in the Unseen. Um, Thank you for coming in. And I hope that the Jason situation, Jason and Sam breaking up, means that Kelly Monaco will actually be happy on the show, that she doesn't have to work with him. But the way the show overall treated Billy Miller, which is I'm sure is the biggest problem she's having, it's not just Steve. It's It's the whole show, behind the scenes. So she just doesn't seem happy. And you guys can tell me if you like this idea, but I thought about doing a video on who Jason and Sam should be paired up with next. And just like it's just would just be a video just going through the possible choices that Jason or and Sam have based on the current cast. Hey Omar and Caroline and Cheryl, thank you all for coming in. But right now, I also want to know in the comment section what have you fast forwarded past? Because I know on General Hospital, the only thing I cared about today was really what was going on with Laura and whether or not Jocelyn was going to tell Carly what really happened, Martin and Valentine, their conversation. But I fast forward all the way past Finn, Anna, and as soon as I saw Finn, Anna, the little kid, I'm like fast forwarding because I want them to hurry up, get to the wedding so that it can come out that Chase is Finn's son, not Gregory. Let's get to that. I don't need all this extra stuff. I think they will eventually bring Drew back. Um, he didn't, he died off screen, which means he definitely could be out there. The only question would be, would Drew be Billy Miller, or would Drew be a new actor? And would Kelly be happy with a new actor playing Billy's part? Sandy says, I hope Sam gets a new storyline. Um, Yeah, I'm thinking, but I just the only reason why I hesitated on the Jason and Sam video is because the J Sammers, are currently losing their ever loving crap at the same time. The Jason and Sam have been separated, and they are no longer looking like they hate each other on camera. They couldn't even look upset at the same time in the scenes together. Steve couldn't even muster up any emotion until he got away from Kelly Monaco. D, I do agree. There was a spark between Britt and Jason. And I also said there was a spark between Jason and Maxie. And let's face it, when Maxie finds out the truth about Peter, that's done. So who else would they have to pair Maxie up with? Dante, you know? It'll probably be Dante. So that when Lulu comes out the coma, she can find her best friend and her husband probably about to be married or something. Do I think Steffi's going to be pregnant with Liam's baby? Absolutely. A lot of times, the only reason why soap characters have one night stands is to create a Who's the Daddy storyline or an Oops Baby. Yes, we're in agreement. Anna and Finn, boring as hell. They have no chemistry. So yeah. Let's get to this wedding so that it could be a complete disaster and we can move on. Bring Hayden back. We need Hayden back like ASAP. I found out today we're getting Ian Buchanan temporarily back. He'll be Duke's ghost. So Anna's probably gonna be calling on the ghost for answers or something. Yeah, I think that we need to get the Peter storyline. I'm sure it's going to culminate at the wedding because what's a soap wedding without a soap disaster. Thank you, Faith in the Unseen. I appreciate that. Um, it seems between Scotty and Obrecht. It was Scott. Scott accidentally stabbed him and he fell on a knife. So nobody like killed him, but it was definitely their fault and Obrecht's covering it up. But what Obrecht won't cover up is the fact that um, that Franco is getting Drew's memories just as Peter's. I mean, yeah, just as Peter is about to get married and he's hearing Peter voices, hearing them conversations. So hopefully Franco won't go crazy and be evil. And this is all just to get Drew's memories back. And I know a lot of people were very concerned about who Kim's baby daddy is. I'm like, well, I don't think they're bringing Kim back, so I don't really care. But if it's Frank and Drew's baby, then if it's Frank and Drew's baby, then I seriously think that we will get a new Kim coming back with Franco baby to shake up Elizabeth and Franco. I absolutely do not think Zoe and Carter will make it down the aisle. They're set. She'll probably sleep with Zende way before, like before the wedding or something. Hello, Gwen. Let me see. Let me see. And thank you, um, Chandler Foster is Tyler Perry Entertainment. Thank you for that. Do you think that Hope and Thomas will finally end up together? That is what I have been. Yes, yes. Hope and Thomas, in my opinion, are going to end up together because if you listen to Thomas' dialogue, he said, I think yesterday, he was like, I'm a one woman man. I guess I just can't, just let you go like that. But I'm gonna let you go. And him even saying that he's a one woman man, knowing that Liam just cheated with Steffi again. Um, I think that's really going to be something weighing on her mind. I think that's going to weigh heavily on her mind, and she is going to uh, give him some. That they could be a happy family with her, Douglas, and Thomas until something else happens and they break up. Uh, oh, Lonnie's having her kids on the 24th. So, Delicia, are you going to be watching the kids come out? Not literally, but the birthday of the kids. They're giving Lonnie Christmas babies. Yep, we need Hayden back. I like Thomas and Hope too. And I think that that uh, the way that Liam has been written makes me want him with nobody. It's just like Wyatt. I don't want Wyatt with anyone, and I don't want Liam with anyone. I think they need to be by themselves for a while. See, I ain't liked what they've been doing with Adam for a long time. I took a break from Young the Restless the first week of November, and I will return on December 24th to see Amanda meet her mother and sister. I think it'll probably be a Christmas present from Devon because they said on Christmas Amanda gets a Christmas surprise, and we know that her mother and sister have been cast. Well, the thing with Taggart is the Taggart we know last day is December 16th tomorrow. So I was hoping that the new Taggart wasn't the one that Trina is reunited with and sees as alive. I wanted to see her with that Taggart, and then they can do the switch. But the switch is temporary, so I don't know how long the switch will be. But I would hate for her to have those scenes with a new actor instead of the actor she started with. Yes, that's what we call him, Frank and Drew. Yes, Zoe has forced feelings for Zende because rather than develop the characters naturally, they fast forwarded this whole Zende, Zoe, Carter, Paris thing. And I actually like the character of Paris. I want to see more of Paris. So, as far as I know, it's probably gonna be a love triangle between Zoe and Paris with Zende. Team Thope. Yeah, it's time. Hope needs to switch it up a little. Yes, she's gonna find out. Stuffy. Yeah, she's a little stuffy. Fathers and sons and brothers. Because Steffi has had Bill, Liam, and Wyatt. Because I wasn't watching when she was dating Wyatt, but I'm sure she gave Wyatt some. She just went through the whole family. Then gave them all some. She should be Brooke's daughter. I mean, let's face it. Steffi should really be Brooke's daughter. It would make more sense. No, I don't like Philip. I like Ava. Now, can we talk about Ava for a minute? And I know I'm a little bit behind in the comments. Whenever I start highlighting them, I get a little behind. But I know I'm a little behind in the comments, but I'm gonna be catching up with y'all with everything. But I want to say, Ava, Tamara Braun did an amazing job. She had me laughing, the whole episodes. She did with Kayla, when Kayla walked in and she was just like came out in Steve's shirt. I love Kayla. She has been knocking it out the park. She has been doing an amazing job. She has been showing all sorts of emotions, and Ava has had some great one-liners that have had me laughing. I just want to understand if Charlie's her son, why was she saying my son Trip instead of Trip or your brother? And why doesn't she like Charlie because he's also her son? Let me see. So we got, of course, Liam bouncing around back and forth all these years. I would have liked it better if he stuck with Sally for a while. Liam does make me tired, and the actor that plays Liam, Scott Clifton, and Jacqueline plays Steffi. They both said they didn't like that Liam and Steffi slept together. They didn't want to do that story. No, Julian is fired from the show. So he already said his last scenes are coming up. I'm thinking Julian might disappear because they really need Cyrus around so we can figure out if he's Laura's brother. And they got to work through that relationship. So they can't really have Julian send Cyrus to jail. It's really way too soon for that. Uh, I don't know if he left because of health problems, because he showed a picture of him in the gym working out. So I don't think it's the cancer coming back. I think that when Lonnie has the babies, she's gonna actually forgive Eli, and they're gonna be loving again. I also think that something's gonna happen to get Kristen out of jail. So if Kristen is out of jail, then she won't have a reason to be mad at him anymore. I think Finn is way too young for Shauna. I think that Sean is more likely to be come interested in Eric. But I think that if anything, I could see Finn and don't hate me for saying this because I hate you know there's one character on Bold and Beautiful I hate more than any other character on the planet, and that's Flo. And I can see them try to force a Flo and Finn situation. But I would love for Flo to cheat with Finn or to cheat with Bill. That would be great revenge. Sally would get on Wyatt. You missed a lot, but good thing you can replay play the video once we finish. I like Paris too. I think she's a very good addition to the show. I do think we need the Avant family back or a black family that's rich and got money. I would love to see a rich black family on Bold and Beautiful. A rich black fashion empire. Uh, they do exist. I don't think they're going to recast Hope or Sierra. I think that fans would have a little bit of a backlash at recasting Hope right now. I think it's best to keep Hope out of town. And as far as Sierra goes, they are still waiting for Victoria to decide if she wants to come back. Because Victoria is now doing music and trying to find other acting jobs. And if she can't find anything, then she'll come back just like Camilla did. I don't know who Tyler is. Are you talking about Tyler Christopher? Match for who? Talking about Tyler Johnson, who just left Young and the Restless. Oh, Steffi and Wyatt were married, so she did give him some. Thank you, JC. I think she's gonna find out pretty soon. I think she'll probably get one of those Christmas miracles. I think we're coming up on the Christmas miracles because Cyrus knows that Taggart's alive. Trina knows that he's out there somewhere. You know, Carly can't hold water. It's coming out pretty soon. Okay, you fast forward to Lily and Billy scenes. Uh, that relationship is doomed because anybody Billy's with is doomed. You know, Billy can never be happy. I liked him with Phyllis. Gina Tognani's Phyllis, but Phyllis. Thank you, thank you. I just got that info. Um, yeah, I didn't know they were married. She really is deep in that family. I think Joey. I don't think Joey's long term. I don't think he's on contract yet. But let me tell you, Joey is the flow. It's the flow of Days of Our Lives. Flo can't act her way out of a paper bag, and neither can Joey. That boy has no emotions. Every time I just watch him, I'm like, how did he get this job? How did he get this job? Because his happy, his sad, his enthusiastic, his mad, it's all the same facial expressions, and he talks with a worse monotone than I do. I've been working on it, but yeah, he's got this monotone, and I feel so bad for the actors to play Steve and Caleb because they really want to show emotion and act in these scenes, but they're holding back because he's not giving them anything. You know, this should have been a great father son mother reunion. But and did you see it when he was in jail and it was like, you know, he was like, I'd rather be in jail than have Ava be free. And then Justin comes in, well, you're free. I'm so happy. Oh man. Only time that boy shows emotion on Days of Our Lives if he moves an eyebrow. Oh man. Um that's that's what I want to know. I want to know who Charlie father is. Is Charlie a kid that she had before Steve? Is this a kid she had after Trip, but like close together? I don't know. I don't know. But something's up there. Brothers? Are they half brothers, full brothers? But I would love for Charlie to be Steve's son because I would love to see how he would react to having a dysfunctional kid. That ain't nothing but the truth. Yes, Lillian and Billy were in a relationship in the past. Well, Charlie knew that Trip is his brother. He even said with when he was with Claire that he had a brother that he wasn't close to, or something to that effect. Lily needs a new lover, but who are they going to pair it with? Kyle, Jack, all the other black men are like related to her. Ray and Sharon, I don't think they're going to make it down the aisle. The writer clearly does not care about Ray, Sharon, her cancer, or this wedding. Okay, thank you for the update, JC. Okay. So he doesn't have health problems. He has some family issues. That's possible, but we also got to find out what Rolf's surprise is for Kristen. And I don't understand how why Victor or somebody didn't get her out. You know, I think that she should have got out just for the simple fact that the DA shouldn't have been on that case. That it should be thrown out just for that reason alone. I don't think Hope and Finn will be together. I don't think they're going to go there because I think that Liam and Finn are going to be fighting over Steffi. I don't think Finn is done with Steffi. Okay, let me see. Yes, Bell said he's bringing the Avons back. He said that Maya was coming back for a visit. Then the actress who plays Maya said that she is in fact not coming back to the point where she's not even on the show anymore. So she's not reoccurring. She's nothing. She's like done with Bold and Beautiful. And then they talked about bringing Nicole back, you know, on a temporary basis. But why not bring Nicole back? And we could have had Nicole back versus Paris. It would make more sense for Zendaya to be torn between his wife and Zoe versus Zoe and her sister. They have a pretty big cast, but they're cheap in the sense that they don't have multiple storylines going on. So we won't be seeing like Bill storyline with Katie probably until 2021. So they didn't release what her character's name is, or who she is, or who her family is. Just said that she's going to be playing a fabulous character. So I'm guessing she'll probably be closer to her 227 Sandra Clark type personality. But it's almost a given that she's probably Abe's next new girlfriend because of her age, and she says she'll be working with the black cast members. Oh no, I hear this constantly. Bo is not coming back. Why would they bring Bo back? Ain't no Hope, ain't no Sierra. Who's he coming back to? And then the actor said that he didn't want to come back over and over and over again. So I keep trying to tell folks these clickbait sites. They used to do it with Brenda from General Hospital all the time to get you to buy the soap opera books. You'll see her on the cover talking about she might come back, and she still ain't come back. Or she came back briefly. Hello, Cherry. I think Shauna and Bill would be an interesting situation. They've already had sex. You know, he's got a history with her, and I think that it could play out interesting. Although a lot of people get mad, but I actually prefer Bill with Steffi, and I wouldn't mind seeing Bill with Quinn. Even though I like Eric and Quinn, Eric has been getting on my nerves the way he wasn't forgiving Quinn, but he was trying to move Shauna in so they could have mimosas. It's like he's trying to get some kitty cat on the low. You can't come home, but your best friend she ain't going nowhere. Um, let's see. I think that's possible that maybe Ava had two kids, one that she didn't like for some reason, maybe because of that child's father. Tripp said he was raised, I mean, Charlie said he was raised by his dad. Maybe it was somebody she didn't like. And Tripp is Steve, so yeah, he would be the golden boy. Yes, I'm gonna do a video on it when I finish this. I have just a few details about him being on contract, and and how it relates to Sammy. Well, oh, I was watching it when Quinn told Liam he was Adam, and they actually made a great pairing. I actually liked Liam and Quinn, but I wouldn't want Liam and Quinn now. Yeah, Joey, that boy, good lord. I had my fingers crossed that they would bring back a new actor to play Joey. We're gonna hear that all week up until Friday, where Finn finally senses something's up. Uh, well, you saw my reply. I said he has not had not one acting lesson since he left. Not one. Oh man. Um, I really don't like Alexis as a drunk because she's not really good at it. I like fun drunks, and Alexis isn't a fun drunk. She's a depressing drunk. I really, and this is something I was thinking about today in regards to Ava and Nicholas. Is that with actually I mean Nicholas and Maxie. I think Nicholas and Maxie would be a great pairing too because Nicholas is a prince and Maxie is a princess, and nobody ever talks about that because if Felicia's an Aztec princess, then Maxie by default is also a princess because that's her daughter. So they got royalty on the family that they never talk about. And the fact that Maxie is an Aztec princess who's in the fashion world, that should be a big deal. But they forgot. And I would love for them to talk more about Nicholas being a prince and how that actually plays out. There's a whole lot of story they're not talking about. But I do like Ava and Nicholas now that he's not being mean to her because he's not a good actor as far as playing mean. I think we're all over Liam. I think the actor that plays Liam is over Liam. He said that him and his mother aren't really liking Liam right now. Let me see. Let me see. And also, I have been watching, but I'm sure Lola is not getting any play at all. Um, Hi, Shakira. I don't think Philip is Charlie's dad because he was raised by his dad, and Philip is Philip, so he would recognize that he's working for his father. I think the writers don't hate Sharon. I think that they just don't know what to do with Sharon. Yeah, I haven't seen the story with Faith, but the fact that you said that they haven't speeded it up, I'm not surprised. I don't think Finn needs to burn a picture. I think Steffi needs to burn a picture. Steffi should have burned that picture the moment she thought Liam had gotten back with her and said, "Oops, it was a mannequin, not Hope. I'm going back to my wife. Thanks for the hookup, but also I'm gonna snitch so that you lose the man that you're falling in love with too, while I go chase after Hope, and you'll have nobody, and you'll have to wait for me." That picture should have went in the fireplace right then and there. Period. I think it's actually the writers that messed up the Ray and Sharon relationship. When the other writer that a lot of us didn't like was writing Ray and Sharon, he did a good job with it. I can't take that from him. And he also did a good job with Lola, and because he created Lola and Ray and all of them. But this new writer don't care about diversity, so those characters just went to the wayside. Yeah, yeah, we talked about it a little earlier. Quinn did. I don't know if they slept together, but I know that they kind of sort of fell in love when he had amnesia. If you're talking about Rome Flynn, he quit and started doing Scandal, not Scandal, How to Get Away with Murder, and Tyler Perry shows. But Billy and Nick would be boring. Nick needs somebody who he's having lots and lots of drama with. Yeah. Lily needs somebody because Lily is boring. So she needs somebody like Kane that's cheating and whatnot and causing lots of drama. Um, I think there's a lot of waffle with the soap operas, but currently they can't really show it, even though Young the Restless tries and Bold and Beautiful tries. I would rather them just not have love scenes on soap operas and just focus on good storytelling and just have them walk into a room and just let that be it instead of kissing mannequins and whatnot. Okay, yeah, Peter's living in New Zealand. He ain't trying to come back, just like Tony Geary plays Luke on General Hospital. He's in Amsterdam, happy as a clam with his weed and prostitutes, which is his words, not mine. I don't want Eric and Shauna. I just saw someone say they want Eric and Shauna. Okay, here's one. So yes, Sammy is coming back and she'll be on for almost a year. But I just read that she's going to be part of a storyline in March. So I don't know if she'll be back before March. But yeah, Sammy's got to come back soon for the simple fact that her daughter's going through so much, and she's going to tell her what's going on. But I don't know if we'll have to wait till March. But I know they have a new storyline with Allie starting in March. I think Finn and Anna are boring, and they would be just as boring as Laura and um, Kevin being married, or Curtis and Jordan being married. They don't know how to write married people on any soap opera I've seen, so they just know how to break people up and bring them back together, and some cheating. That's about it. But when you come to two good characters getting married, they usually are boring as hell. This isn't the 80s or the 90s where they actually could get married and have decent storylines, which I think a lot of older viewers miss. And they expect for them to, like, Marlene and John and get married and then that's it. Then they'll have some adventures or something. Yeah, no, it's usually like, okay, countdown to the next breakup and getting remarried until they get to an age where they just stop doing that because they're like, okay, we're just going to do that with the younger cast now. Like Doug and Julie aren't getting divorced and remarried, for example. They're at that age range where they ain't happening. Yeah. Even Scott said he wants to punch Liam in the face. Um, yes, if I wrote the soaps, you'd actually get some new storylines, some, and I would actually bring couples together and give them storylines as couples. Like, I appreciate that Xander and Sarah are working together on Days of Our Lives, that they didn't break them up by having Philip do some stuff. That it's nice seeing Xander and Sarah working together as a team with a common goal. That's how it should be. But we know it's only a matter of time before something happens and Sarah and Xander fall apart and they have to bring them back together again. I think the Steffi Pill storyline is over and done with. She was a drug addict, a hardcore drug addict for 2 weeks, and then like magic, she did a PSA. Her back pain went away, and she didn't need drugs anymore. Yes, General Hospital does not know what to do with the black characters. They should have been on that whole Curtis, that Marcus was Curtis' real father and Stella was his mother. They had set that storyline up and didn't go through with it. Curtis and Jordan are boring as a couple. He has more adventures with Laura than he does his own wife, who's a police commissioner. Um, she's always doing things that ain't got nothing to do with him. Like, why is she? Why did she? He knows everything else. Why would she tell him about Taggart? There's no reason why Jordan kept the whole Taggart thing a secret. No, her storyline doesn't need to be closed out. You know, I'd rather her say, "I want to stay in Paris for a while" or something, where she fell in love and she's off screen. If they don't bring the original Hope back, then what would be the point? You know. Happy belated birthday. Dante is simply back for that whole Peter storyline. They're like, you need Lulu. We're taking Lulu from you. But I have high hopes that they got rid of 6 actors from the show, um, and now that the 6 are gone, they have enough room to bring more people back. So fingers crossed that the rumor that Brenda's coming back is true. And Hayden, I think they can get rid of those 6 people to bring back Hayden and uh, Brenda. So yeah, happy belated birthday, Jacarius. Yep, bugs me too because I know they can do better for those characters. On Twitter, somebody posted a funny, I think I retweeted it, of the gunfight when they were trying to get Julian and Sonny. Sonny ran looking scared. It, it, it you got to see it. It's funny. The original Jordan has her own show. Why would she come back to a show that don't treat black characters right when she got a whole show going on season 3? so so she's doing just fine. Not on General Hospital. Um, I don't know what's going on with Jordan, but I know that the reason why they probably didn't have her tell Curtis about Taggart was so that Curtis could find out and get mad at her, end up sleeping with Portia, find out that Trina's his daughter. GH is actually pretty good. They're doing some good storylines. They're better than Young and Restless and Bold and Beautiful. That's for sure. I think the 2 best soaps right now is Days and General Hospital. I don't think it. A lot of times when you see a lot of soap actors get fired, characters dying, is because they're trying to bring back someone who's going to cost a bunch of money. and so they try to get rid of characters that they're not going to be writing for, in exchange for someone that could bring the viewers back. Oh, happy birthday, Gwen! Gwen. So, Jakari's and Gwen birthday is on the same day. So happy birthday, every you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it and had great days. I don't think they're long term. I think that's why they didn't give him the commissioner job because they don't plan on them being long term. So I've been waiting to see. Um, I've been waiting to see how that goes. They did a better. That's why I said Geronimo was better than Bold and Beautiful. They did a much better drug addiction storyline with Sasha versus Steffi. You know, Sasha's is still going on, and it's been months versus Steffi that was like 2 weeks. I mean, I don't think that GH would even want her back at this point. The way that she left to go to the competition was not cool. It's not cool. Yeah, I don't want Jordan sleeping with Cyrus, and I hope she didn't do it in the past. Yes, I am enjoying. I think the one I enjoy the most is Days, and then comes General Hospital, then Bone and Beautiful, and I stopped watching Y&R for now. Who is his name's not CJ, it's TJ. CJ, I'm like, who's CJ? That's the guy that's locked up that everybody is wondering why he's locked up because Nicholas actually is the one that hired a hitman to shoot Hayden and not him. So he's sitting in jail for nothing. But it's I think it's Curtis's brother or something. Well, I'm glad that he accepted Jack's offer just because he left with something. They didn't just leave him with the. I mean, why would Dina will him a pen or her son a pen? That makes absolutely no sense. Hey, Jenny, how are you? Thank you for joining us, even though it's almost over. Hopefully, you like the replay. Thank you. I couldn't remember his name. Sean, who everybody wanted to screw Alexis, but they don't really do interracial couples. As you see with TJ and Molly, they rather have them off screen so they can say they have diversity, but not actually have to show diversity. If I watch the show, I'll probably do a review on it. Um, we'll see. We'll see. I thought about it a few times, but there's so many things ahead of it. um, okay. Um, but they didn't have to rush it. They did not have to rush it. They could have. I mean, they have a whole year of storylines They could have let the stories play out to a point where they make sense, or not do the story at all. Did they really have to do a drug addict story when she only took drugs one time and went to rehab? The reason why they said that they got rid of Gina and brought Michelle back is because the new writer wanted the show to look more like the old Young and the Restless with people that they would recognize. That's why you get more Tracy, even though she ain't got a storyline. And you've been seeing Michael and his wife. Uh, you've been seeing more of the older cast, but they don't really give much to do. Yeah, we'll see. They keep pairing up Brando with different women and then not following through. I was sure Molly was going to be pregnant. Only thing Philip has been doing to Victor is laundering money for the mob. I don't know who you're talking about. Dickstown is the show that is on BAT Plus. It's the show that the actress that used to play Jordan is on, and it's actually the show that she left General Hospital to do. And General Hospital wouldn't let her do both, so she said, "Deuces, I'd rather be the star of my own show versus a minor character in all these other with all these other people." And it's actually a Canadian show. It's not an American show. It's a Canadian show. And BET picked up the American rights for it. So they actually see it in Canada first. Hey, how you doing? They're taking their whole sweet time about it. Now that they've gotten mostly through December, I'm guessing February sweeps it'll come out. That's the time for major story reveals is um going to be New Year's is when they do a lot of it, and the end of January leading up to February sweeps and February sweeps. So most likely it's going to happen somewhere in that time period because I don't think there's anything else they can do with the story other than a reveal. Jax knows, Carly knows, Sonny knows, Jason knows. Um, you know, all they need is for Valentine to find out, and then Nina will know. I actually didn't think Trina and Cam had chemistry. I thought that they've been setting up the Cam and Jocelyn story since before Trina existed, and she was always going to be second fiddle to Jocelyn. And I feel like they really need to bring her own love interest because everybody else has rejected her. Dev rejected her, Cam rejected her, you know. So everybody, Cam, Dev, and Oscar only wanted Jocelyn. They need to bring her own love interest. I would love for it to be a black love interest because it's been a long time since we've had like a Angie and Jesse situation like on All My Children. Um, you know, I would love to see something like that happen again. Yes, Theo got fired. I have a whole video about it. It was actually the most watched video for November, um, with over 70,000 views. So that was cool. uh, I I really want them to do like a Finn Steffi uh uh love scene with technically Finn and his wife who looks like Steffi, uh, and so that Finn could actually be a possibility to be their father. Because I would love for Steffi to discover that her new baby is Finn's and her old baby is Bill's, and Liam don't actually have any children with her. That's what I would love. On Dickstown, the actress that originally played Jordan on General Hospital is playing a lawyer, and she's sort of like, I've only seen the trailers. Like I said, I do have BET Plus, so only thing I've been watching on BET Plus is like Ruthless um and Bra. But like I said, it's on there. I can watch it, but I just haven't so far. I think they're bringing the doctor back to tell Steffi that she's pregnant. Not that she switched the babies. She switched the paternity test. I think Gabby will be back by New Year's. I think the reason why they took her off of the canvas is because they need Chad to continue to believe that Jake and Abigail are sleeping together. And I really do believe that Chad is going to sleep with Gwen, thinking that Abigail is having an affair. And then he'll discover that she's not having an affair. It's actually Kate and Jake. And then, they can have Gabby come back and try to get Jake back. Yes, I think that she's Jack's daughter. There's been so many scenes now where she's mentioned parents and fathers and daughters, and it's like they've given every hint they could possibly give. But I think that probably around New Year's is when she'll actually tell Jack um that he's her father. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome. Um, I don't know who Alana is because I have been watching Young and the Restless. So yeah, I don't know who that is, and I'm like 4 episodes behind on the Have and Have Nots. I think that they had scenes where Jack said, "Are you still mad at Valentine?" and she said no. So I think that they definitely have opened the door to Valentine, and actually, I think you're wrong. I think what's going to happen is Valentine and Nina are going to finally have an opportunity to be together, and then Brooklyn's going to come back pregnant with his baby, and then Nina might be torn about getting back with Valentine, wanting him to be with his child and child's mother, or we never know how that's going to play out, but I think Brooklyn when she comes back, because she is coming back, played by the other actress that was playing her, um, come back with the baby, not with the baby, but pregnant. No, before that happened, they were trying to put Trina and Cam together, and Cam rejected Trina before that, along with Dev and um, It was ridiculous. But when Trina kissed Cam again, instead of like kissing her brother, that was the end, the speculation that they may get together and just full on open the door to Jocelyn and Cam. He just got to find out that the diary was fake. Yes, Angie and Jesse. We. When the last time you seen a young black couple, uh, their age, on any soap opera? Any soap opera. Teenage black couple in love. I'd say I'll wait, but I'd be waiting for a long time. Well, what they could have did instead of having the they didn't write a pregnancy storyline until Jacqueline got pregnant in real life. They could have done what they do on all the other soaps, have her with a big ass purse, standing in front of vases, you know, having a big old coat on. You saw Jacqueline with her hands in her pocket, pushing out her jacket so that she wouldn't show her stomach. They could have done all of those things, filming from just like, the top of the stomach up so that you don't actually see the stomach. They do flips and cartwheels wheels when an actress is pregnant in real life and they don't want the character to be pregnant. But, you know, they went there. I think that would be too much. Thank you. Me too. That's like two folks agreeing with me. I know that she said that I want to see it. I want to see it because Finn could have stayed the night and they could have cuddled all night. They could have just been a cuddling something. Just because you spend a night don't mean you actually do anything. Okay. So what's the point of her sleeping with Liam? Now, I hope you're right, and I hope she's not just trying to throw us off for the simple fact that I don't want no baby. I don't want no Steffi Liam baby. I'd rather her not be in the baby business at all. That way, it'll be a lot easier for Finn to forgive her if she's not pregnant. But we're talking about in the 80s when they first started. We want to talk about that. So, I think the last time was on Passions where you had teenage black characters in love. Well, she's mentioned going to the hospital, but yeah, I mean, typical soap. You know, on soap operas, your job is only as important as the storyline needs it to be, and that is how all soap operas. That's how I would say 80% of the soap storylines begin with two characters can't stand each other, and then or one likes one and then the other one can't stand them, and then they got to win them over. That's most soaps. I agree. Well, I've said this. Like a broken record, Young and the Restless don't care about black characters. They're window dressing and they're the help. And Lola is there for diversity so they can say they have a Latin female on the show. That is the only reason why she's there. Period. She had a whole restaurant in Miami for no reason, just so that she could not be on the show. They could send her out of town. Wednesday, and Allie and Trip will definitely be each other's love interests. They haven't paired Allie with anyone, and Allie keeps finding out how Trip is such a great guy, but she can't understand how he's great if he raped her. But we know he didn't rape her. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate it. It gives motivation. Yes, I'm glad Eric and Quinn got back together. I said I was tired of seeing Angry Santa Claus. Every time he comes on the screen, he looks like Angry Santa Claus. Are you talking about the kids? Because they rarely show the kids unless the storyline directly calls for it. No, Kate's not Chad's mother. Nope, Nell is not dead. Well, she looks like she's I don't know what trimester she's in. I mean, how far does anybody know how far along Steffi actually Jacqueline McKinnis Woods actually is? I think that Valentine would definitely want to be a stand-up guy and want to take care of his kid, but I don't think that, you know, just because she's pregnant, he'd want to marry her, especially when they barely know each other. The answer is probably no. When she came, people were ruthless when it came to her bad plastic surgery. So I wouldn't want to come back either. Yeah, we already talked about this. But I do think it's probably Frank and Drew's baby based on the baby's name. William DeVry is leaving the show. He's already said his goodbye and said his last scenes are coming up. And I don't think they're bringing Kim back to the show. I think maybe they were just introducing the fact that there is a baby named Andrew out there and Kim's out there. Same way they did when Hayden disappeared. You know, we knew she had a baby out there somewhere. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for letting me know. Like I said, always, it's always good motivation to know that people appreciate your work. Um, as I said, we'll find out on the 24th if that's Amanda's real mother and sister. Yes, Angry Santa Claus. Thank you, Faith, the unseen one. Well, get ready because lots of men are idiots over women. So yeah, and in Tripp's defense, if he does get with Allie, she did have a DNA test, and there's no reason why Allie would believe Tripp. So it's not like she's being evil to be evil or trying to shoot him just to shoot him. Which makes me think, would she try to shoot Charlie? Will Claire do it for her? You know, will Kate do it for them both? Sammy might be back in time for her to do it. I don't think Charlie is going to be long term on Days of Our Lives. I think once it comes out what he did, that's the end of the road for Charlie. I mean, the days of characters like Luke being going and Todd Manning going from rapist to hero. I think those days are gone. Once they find out what Charlie did, I think that something bad will probably happen to him if he's not arrested. For like they said, Ava's life is going to be in danger. So I think she might even be danger from Charlie. Um, it doesn't matter that they're step fam. I mean, think about Bold and Beautiful. Steffi has had sex with the father, the son, and the brother. So it's not like with a soap opera, sleeping within family is like forbidden. It's just another plot twist. And even Chad was like, Abigail, it's not like it's the first time you slept with my brothers or even the second. Because Abigail slept with three brothers. She slept with Chad, EJ, and Stefan. So why wouldn't he think that she just gonna go ahead to the next one. Go ahead and sleep with Jake. It doesn't untrack. Yeah, I 100% agree with you. I think this wedding is building up to two things: the truth about Peter and Finn being Chase's real father. I think those are the two things that are going to happen at the wedding. I just need it to hurry up and happen because I'm bored and I'm tired. I'm looking forward to Linda Dano as Vivian. I really wish they brought Robin Strasser back to give her a second chance to be Vivian if Louise wasn't going to do it. But some shadiness went down behind the scenes, so that's the end of that wish. Thank you for that info. Yes, double wedding, double drama. Well, they did mention that there was, remember the woman on the side of the road that Nell saw? A lot of people are speculating that the woman who was on the side of the road is either going to be her body or just some random person's body that turned out not to be Nell's. Okay. Okay. I didn't think she was that far along. I just read one of the comments that had said that she was going into maternity leave in a month, and I was like, is she that far along to be going to maternity leave? So usually it's like in the last month or, you know, that uh, the maternity leave might start unless they have complications. Well, I don't know what they're doing with Finn. Yeah, I can see Flo hooking up with Liam. I really see Flo hooking up with Bill. but we'll see because Bill and Katie are about to have some drama happen, and I don't want to speculate on what the drama is. I've heard the rumors, but if it's true, it could lead to a very good storyline and lots of crying for Katie. Lots and lots of crying for Katie. Yeah, Linda Danos, that's the one. She's gonna be Vivian. I really wish that they brought like Gina Tanyani or somebody to be the new Taylor. I think that would have been good. Good night, Jenny. Have a good night. Thank you for coming on. Thank you, Sandy. I will continue. I've been trying to do lots of new different things, so I will try to do some more lives to be a little more consistent with the lives, I should say, because we've got 8 minutes left. I was going to stop at 8, but then I decided we've been having good conversation, so I'll stop at 8:30. But well, I mean, I just don't see the storyline purpose of if the baby is Julian's. I think that there's more storyline possibilities if the baby's Franco's from when he was Drew. But I think Julian is out of it, at least for a while. I think they brought Chloe back for Philip because I think uh, Kristen will be out of jail soon. I can't say exactly when. I'm just happy that it's coming together. It is coming together, especially now that Allie is going to see him and become uneasy. That's definitely going to be, we're getting closer to the truth. I think that Alyssa shot Chance, and I'm not even watching the show, but I think Alyssa shot Chance. Yeah, instead of repeating the same dialogue over and over again, they could have been doing new storylines or putting, you know, developing other characters. What is Bill doing? What is Justin doing? What is Donna doing? Instead of repeating the same storylines and dragging his Steffi Liam stuff out, how about we get some other characters in the spotlight? Give Zoe, maybe give Zende and Paris some time, some scenes together. Build that up. Hell, let Zoe sing again. Didn't know she was a singer. Has CDs and everything. Well, it just goes to show that Charlie does whatever Charlie wants to do. Well, she didn't sleep with Charlie. Well, I don't want anybody saying this is a fact, but the rumor is they're killing off Katie and Bill's son. That's the rumor. But it's only a rumor. It's not a spoiler. But the rumor is that's the new Bill and Katie story. their son's going to die. Thank you, Sylvia. You're welcome. Yeah, I don't know why Louise chose not to come back again, but I'm ready to see what Linda's going to do. Just because she told the nanny the baby's Julian's doesn't mean it's not Franco's. The name contradicts what the phone conversation was. Hello, Penny. We've got 3 more minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna return to Young the Rest watching on the 24th, and then I'll hang in there after that. But I still do the spoilers for Young the Restless, so I'm still in the loop about what's going on. I'm just not watching what's going on. I'm just reading the spoilers, which tell me what's going on. And there's been nothing in the spoilers that made me say, "Oh, I need to start watching that again." Thank you, Merlin. Good night to you as well. When you say you're good with that rumor, you're saying you want the little kid that don't know how to act to die. Thank you, Gwen Marie. Yeah, please hit the like button if you haven't done so. Good night, Christy. I don't think Jake is really Stefan. It's possible there is a secret that Rolf has that's out there, so it is possible. Hey, Deanne, we're wrapping things up. We've only got a minute left. I'm just really saying good night now to Sheree. Um, thank you for coming in. Well, she didn't call the kid Charlie. I don't know if it's going to be Steve's other son. I'm hoping that he is. Good night, Sylvia. Sorry. Good night, Sylvia. Good night, Dee Dee. Good night, Jacarius. Thank you very much, JC. I appreciate you too. Oh, thank you for joining the live. I hope you enjoyed your first time and got lots of great information. I think if their son dies, that's the reason for them to split. It also could be the reason that Bill wants his real daughter Kelly back. But that's only if I was writing. Good night, TA. Good night, Sandy. Good night, Rosemary. Uh, I I'm good either way with the rumor, but I just don't want it to spread saying I said that it's true. I'm just saying it's a rumor. That's what I've been reading that for since before the pandemic. That was supposed to be the storyline before the pandemic, and now they're just getting around to it coming up. According to Brad Bell, there's going to be a traumatic storyline for Bill and Katie, and the rumor is their kid's going to die. Good night, Deanne. Good night, Anjanette. Good night, Darcy. Good night, Sima. Good night, Michelle. Thank you, Cheryl. You also have a great week. Enjoy. And if you're on the East Coast, hopefully the snow is nothing. Good night, Slims. I don't know if they're going to put Britt and Jason together, but we'll see. We'll find out soon enough. Good night, Alana. Good night, Martha. This question was answered very early in the video, so go on ahead and watch the video from the beginning. Good night, Sherry. Rosemary, you have a wonderful week too. Good night, Gwen. Uh, good night, Faith the Unseen. And I'm glad that you had fun. Have a great night also, Cheryl. And good night, Rosemary. Everybody have a great night.